You know this if you are somebody over the age of 65, but we now know that the number of people who are still working over the age of 65 has doubled in the past few years. Now, this is largely because you have to keep paying the bills, despite the fact that, yes, that's when some superannuation kicks in and you might be able to get your seniors card. But the truth is that you're probably in the final years of either paying off your house or because maybe you gave some of your housing income to the kids to try to get a start in their life, you still need money. The ABS had this today, that nearly a fifth of Australians over age 65 are working. And this compares to 2006, and they are still working 10 years later. This reflects a doubling of the proportion of employed people who are over the age of 65. Between 2006 and 2016, it went from 2 to 4% of all employed people, double the number of people in the workforce who are over the age of 65. Now, the analysis released today by the Australian Bureau of Statistics has found that older people are continuing in the workforce were more likely to live in regional Australia compared with people their age, and more than a quarter of continuing older workers are continuing to do so in the agricultural industry, in part because the next generation doesn't want to take over. It might be too expensive to take on a worker to fill the gap, so you are working longer and harder than ever before. That's why I always roll my eyes when we have conversations about just how much money we should be putting into compulsory superannuation, because the truth is that you're going to be working a very long time before you're ever going to be able to start to draw it down. And remember, the Grattan Institute, that lefty think tank, which I generally disagree with, say 80% of people will receive a real wage cut in the coming years as we are mandated by government to continue to put more money away in superannuation. And that's the reality. Yes, if you happen to make it to the back nine, you will have more money in the back nine. But for the first nine, and to be honest, the first 16 holes of your life, you could end up with 80% of people getting a real wage cut, so you have money left over for the final 2 holes of life.